Welcome back to the podcast. Your host, Treston.
And Blake Balake.
Today we're gonna
Just keep going.
we're gonna talk about alien theories and stories that we have from other people. Maybe my mom and aunt. Maybe Blake has some stories. I'm not sure.
I think I got a couple. Nothing too serious though.
Yeah, mine aren't nothing crazy, like unbelievable.
And I guess it's just kind of trying to wrap our head around what an alien is.
Yeah.
And why
Why they come down
we
here?
think they're among us.
Sus.
Yeah. So if you guys hear me talking kind of weird, I'm trying to not use like or those kind of words.
Yeah, he used a lot of
So,
those on the last podcast.
I'm going to try to get better at it. Still a little nervous a little bit. So
Same here. A little looser than first episode, but hey,
yeah. So we do as you guys can see us. We can't see you, but you can see us.
I can see you.
Tristan may be able to see you. He's got the Shirogami eyes.
Yes, sir.
We started watching Death Note, so
He did. I've already watched it.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We do have YouTube now. It's Conspiracy Geeks. You should be able to find us, hopefully. If not, then look a little harder. We're going to start posting some links. Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and whatever else.
Maybe,
You guys got
maybe Facebook for the old women out there.
Yeah. So, we're going to be putting those out there. So just kind of look around. You guys should be able to find us a little bit easier on the internet.
Interweb.
Pretty cool little thing.
Yep.
So yeah, kind of awkward there. But anyways, aliens.
What about them?
Let me before we start. Do you think there's aliens?
Yes.
Do you think they're among us?
Sus. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
I think there's definitely something out there.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it comes to Earth, or is it like just like on a planet doesn't even know it really exists, like a dog or something?
I think they have an idea we exist. I don't think they're really among us.
Sus.
I don't think they're sus. I think we have been visited before, but I don't think they live with us, basically.
You don't think so?
No.
I kind of think so.
I just think the way kind of everything is now, it's kind of a different world than it was, which obviously we weren't alive, even 24 years ago. I wasn't even born yet. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly, which that's a lot of theories though.
There's a lot.
Okay, which aliens is definitely one of the
Probably
top dogs.
top dogs, aliens and ghosts.
I'd say aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot, Loch Ness
9/11.
monster. Which Loch Ness monster I don't think is really talked about.
Yeah, not really, because they kind of debunked it. I mean, he's
Did they?
I'm pretty sure they've like searched the lake for a lot, like every square inch. of it.
Because he's in that one lake, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in a lake. He's not
Never
like
mind.
in the ocean. He can't like get away
I'm sure there's something similar.
somewhere in
Yeah.
the world. Maybe not that lake. Could have died by now. It could just be bones in the bottom. Because I don't know. Maybe you can look that up. What time they thought he was around? I'm pretty sure it was like way back in the day when James was still using sticks and shells.
Sticks his shells for his
Currency.
insurance.
That's an inside joke. We work with this guy named James. We make fun of how old he is. He's not really that old, but it's
He's
just
got to
fun.
be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to James. I hope you're enjoying the podcast on your way home.
From my work.
Yep.
In your truck.
Yep. Anyways, which kind of going back to the way the world is. I had to catch myself for a second.
Go ahead.
But with all the technology and everything out, the way the word spreads, like you say anything, everyone knows about it. It's no matter what you do, Brad Pitt does something, everyone knows about it.
Everybody.
So I wonder if that's it's starting to kill off a bunch of theories or stuff evolved around that.
Yeah.
It's almost like they want to protect themselves because they know how people are. They're looking for views. They're looking for any type of attention. And I feel like in the last couple of years, you haven't really been seeing like alien sightings, and if you do, it's from like
Back in the Disney.
60s, 70s, whatever.
Yeah.
Like
the
oh, go ahead.
military has released some stuff about UFOs. Like there's videos. Blake will link that in the descriptions of.
Thanks for making me do that, but yep.
We'll find the video. I'll help him find the video. I know what it looks like.
That's. I think we're talking about the same one because that's literally what I was just about to bring up.
Yep.
It was like you saw the shape of the UFO,
and then I'm pretty sure that you could see another like fighter jet in there with it, like next to it or something.
I think so. I just saw that video like a couple weeks ago. I looked it up. How do you feel about the video?
I'd say it's real. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was like the Air Force released that. So why would they? They could be bullshitting, but
which I won't get into it just yet about kind of government talk, alien stuff. But I can't remember when the video was recorded.
Jake, break from a semi if you can hear it, boys.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that. But I don't remember when it was recorded, but it didn't get released not too long ago.
I'd say last year or the year before, like 2021.
But if you watch the video, the aliens basically, or the UFOs going the exact same speed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then it has like the typical alien shape to it. So I'm pretty sure everyone knows the shape.
Yeah.
That we're talking about, a UFO. It's literally everywhere you look. You can look at our logo, and it's literally the typical alien spaceship. And you constantly see, like, it's the black shape of the UFO. It's basically how you would imagine it, just shrunk down. And the clouds just look completely, which this was whatever year technology, so it's not like even my phone here.
Yeah, but it's military, so we already know they got better stuff.
Yeah, it would be a little bit better. It's just, to me, it looks completely off. I mean, even the Hindenburg looks better than that.
Yeah,
like I'm sorry, that's the only thing I can think of that's somewhat old.
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't have like actual cameras. I'm pretty sure they probably might have actual just like normal cameras, like you're watching us on right now.
But do they look like the bank camera footage?
Yeah,
footage.
I know one of them was. We might not be talking about the same one. Mine, what I've seen is like, it's like black and white. It's like infrared.
Is it? It's kind of like almost a greenish gray.
It might be that one. I forget. I thought it was black and white, but I could be mistaken.
It's pretty close to black and white.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a couple weeks since I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it kind of looks doctored, and especially if it was just released like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
I mean, look at CGI for a movie. This is a government.
Yeah.
Video. Like they had plenty of time to work on it. It's not like it was rushed. So, I feel like that could be doctored because it's just the typical like UFO. And why would the UFO? Because if they have the technology to come to Earth, I'm sure they could either be invisible or they can definitely detect if one, they're being recorded. I'm sure there's some type of way for them to detect that, and two, there's a jet right next to them. So why wouldn't they know? Like, I almost feel like they wouldn't be that stupid.
Yeah, they know. Maybe they want to be seen.
Maybe they're trying to tell us something.
They could be. I know there's a theory that there's different races of aliens, and some are trying to kill us, and then there's some that are like fighting them from them not to kill us, and et cetera, et cetera. Might have to find something on that if we can.
And if you think about it, like alien, anytime anyone thinks about alien, it's just a short green blob, black eyes. Not an actual blob, I'm just saying like green figure, big head, whatever. Looks like an egg. And that's just the typical. But really, an alien can look like a bunch of different things.
I've heard there's a theory that they're called, I think, greys, and they live amongst us. They're like humans, but they're just all blonde. Just like every piece of hair on them is blonde. Fun fact, I went to school with a girl, and she was all blonde. Every piece of her hair, eyelashes, eyebrows, hair, it was like bleach blonde, and she didn't do it. It was like natural.
I think I went to a girl like that.
So are they really humans? Or do you think they're aliens?
I don't know. I almost feel like that's too like obvious. If you can completely categorize them is if someone's completely blonde alien. I think aliens are too smart for that.
You think so?
I think so. Because look at you know how technology is right now.
Yeah.
Can't even process the technology.
Yeah.
You're telling me, let's say we finally got to where we could go to another world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And however many galaxies or Milky Ways that is away. But don't you think that you would be a little bit smarter than hey, let's all be this exact same way?
I think that's like a couple. That's just like a race, like me, I'm mixed. All mixed people are going to be mixed, pretty much the same like color as me. Some of them are different, but
You're telling me they have not invented hair dye yet?
I mean, they have hair dye, but why would they dye it if they still look like us? Duh.
So they're not all blonde, 100% blonde.
No, they're going to be blonde. How many all 100% blonde people have you seen? I've seen one.
One that I know of.
Exactly. So there's not that many of them if they're
I don't know.
kind of rare,
I guess that's true, yeah. I don't know, dude. I just feel like the aliens are a little bit smarter than that. I do remember, and that's the thing. Okay, this was quite a few years ago. I think my cousin was telling me about it, and I saw either a little video or a clip about it. But I think they got footage from Mars,
Mm-hmm.
and that supposedly they saw an alien on Mars.
Never heard about it.
Dude, it was like 10 years ago, probably. I briefly remember seeing it, but I remember seeing that. I was like, holy crap, there's aliens. And which I remember, I'll never forget. It's probably a few years before that. We're sitting inside. My dad was showing me a picture of them finding Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And it was, next thing you know, like days or hours later, it just turned out as a guy in a Bigfoot my bad, Chewbacca costume. But I think he like kind of altered it a little bit.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like, oh, hey, that's Star Wars. What's Han Solo?
Yeah.
So, but and I guess that's kind of like the thing, and that's the thing about technology. Back then, I would believe anything I saw, which I wasn't on the internet like that. Now I could probably see 100% proof news article an alien hacked into their system and said, "I am an alien and I know everything about you." You know what I'd do? No.
Yeah.
No cap. Was it cap or no cap?
Probably cap.
Well, I'm just saying. How would I?
But that's what I would.
Would I say cap or no cap?
It'd be cap.
Cap.
If you don't know what cap is, that's like lying. No cap means you're not lying. For our older viewers,
so
out
cap
there.
Is lying and no cap is not lying.
Yeah.
Okay, I got them confused because at first I used no cap, then I heard cap.
No cap is like I'm not lying.
Okay.
What did I say?
I did. I don't remember. I just,
Yeah, cap. You're lying. No cap. Like you're like.
Yeah, I'd be like cap.
No cap. I'm not.
I'd
lying.
be cap. Yeah.
He'd be capping. He'd be lying.
You know what I'd do? I'd turn Death Note back on.
Exactly. But you got any stories? What kind of stories do you have about aliens?
I would say one. I don't have a whole. Actually, I got two.
Okay.
One of them kind of has to deal with. So if you guys don't know, in Illinois, it's one of the most haunted places in Illinois. That's what they say. It's called Ridge Cemetery. It's in Williamsburg Hill. I don't know the exact town anymore because we, like locals, refer to it as Williamsburg Hill. But other people, it'd be like Tower Hill, this and that. I don't know exactly what you can type in for it. Okay.
I think it's Williamsburg.
Williamsburg,
Illinois. Yeah.
There you go. Ridge Cemetery. One of them happened there. It's kind of. So it could be either because that place has always been known for hauntings. I'll just go into the story since I'm already kind of on it. You want to shake my mouse real quick? Make sure that's still going.
I'll be right back.
Sorry about that, guys. I'll go ahead and keep talking though. Like I said, we're not perfect right now, but okay. We're still good. I just want to make sure. But my dad was telling me this story. I don't know how many years ago. I won't go into all the stories too much because he's about to pass out over here. But this one, my dad told me years ago, and this was really before like the internet was like that. I wasn't really talking to people about the place. He told me a story, and actually, since the last couple of weeks, I've been researching the place a little bit more because we're actually going to go ghost hunting there probably sometime or kind of investigate a little bit. but I got a book, all these stories. Like, people have confirmed that this is real, and my dad ain't gonna BS about it. But there was like a herd of cattle that had absolutely like no blood left in them, and there was like no, like, basically anything to determine, like, hey, is either an animal or someone did something. Like, there was like no cuts, no scrapes or anything on. They just had 100% of their blood lost. So I think some people have kind of pointed towards aliens.
I would, yeah, I've heard there's like stories of that, like cows just drained of blood and they're just dry, like no cuts. There might be like an incision, maybe like a little, like a pinprick, and they're just drained. So like, what's doing that? You know what I mean? Like completely dry. How long? It depends how long they were dead too.
I don't remember. I just, that's the only part I know. There's like nothing, no cuts.
Yeah,
or
like
nothing.
nothing. You could tell nothing. If an animal killed them, it'd eat them. I mean, I guess a human could do that, but
Maybe one either could be, maybe as a dessert to them. Maybe
yeah,
they drink it, let's say, or they
Delicacy.
something they eat. But then again, if it's not some on their universe, maybe they don't have blood at all.
yeah,
So maybe it's kind of a, type of dessert delicacy or something.
could be.
So maybe that's what it is, or maybe they use it to power some, or
Could be devils devils
yeah,
sacrifices over there.
something completely different.
Yeah, could be demons. Somebody could have got a demon, raised them up because they're, like you said, legends of sacrifices to the devil over there. Demon could have came up.
Oh yeah, yeah. There, I won't. I don't want to go into it because I want to save this for another time. But I'll go ahead and go to this one. My grandma, when she was a kid, she actually was witnessing like I think it was like a goat or a sheep sacrifice in the woods over there.
That's pretty nuts. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember her telling me this was years ago. She was telling I have sometimes I need to kind of give some people get their stories on it. That way, when we maybe do an episode fully on it, and also when we go there, we can actually talk about it. Because around here, like I said, if you live around even like a 30, I don't know, maybe 30, 15 minute, whatever radius, you know about it pretty well. Like, that's where everyone goes.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna have to check it out most definitely.
yeah, it's been a few years since I've been over there.
That'd probably be our first ghost hunt, investigation, whatever you want to call it. So stay tuned for that.
And I need to go with my aunt because they actually live like not even a mile. They used to live like not even a mile. Like, literally, the road you go on is to get there. So like, here's their house, and like half a mile is probably the place. See if they ever heard anything.
They probably have.
So it's kind of got off topic a little bit there, but
Yeah, my
still
bad.
kind of deal with aliens, and
In the general
But-
area, yeah.
I don't want to spoil too much about it. But go
Yeah.
ahead, go ahead,
Me?
go ahead. You got a story?
Oh,
Then I'll say one.
so my mom and aunt. My mom was probably 12 years old. My aunt was 20, 25, something like that. They were driving, going to where I live now. Coming back, they were going over the interstate on a bridge. My aunt, I guess it was like a hatchback. My mom was leaned back and looking out the back hatch, and she seen like a star, but it was lower than usual, following them. And I mean, it's probably a good maybe a mile, and then you turn left, and if it followed them left, followed them right, and then sat above the trees across the street, and they both seen it. They both say that was 100% real. They're not BSing about it. So it's kind of freaky. What followed them? There was no drones. This was 1990s or so. Like what followed them? You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
and what stayed? They never seen it. They ran inside, so they didn't see it leave. But yeah, like, what do you think would follow them, Blake? Back in the 90s.
So the reason I was typing some here because I had a thought, but then you said that, so I was gonna go ahead and go on to my story. So me and my cousin were basically going to town, and it was nighttime. I don't know the time, but it was nighttime, and we're driving in this area. It's not like they have people or flying drones or just cornfields. There's not really any houses, and excuse me, drones only have a radius of I don't know how far,
Depending.
What was that? Bless you. Pineapple. Usually if you say pineapple, that stops. But anyways.
I gotta spit.
Okay, well, drones only have a radius of so far. And we were just...
on the drone.
Okay, depending on the drone, but what do you think? They have a radius of 15 miles?
Some of them could, I guess.
Okay, well, this was probably 2018, I'd say.
Okay.
Maybe 20, I'd say 2018 is probably good. We're just driving, and probably quarter of a mile, eighth of a mile to our right, we just see like a flashing light. It was, yeah, it could have been drone.
Yeah.
Hard telling, but it was probably, I'll say drone height. I don't know if that's a really good measurement for anyone. Drone height. Blinking light, solid light, some type of light just going. And it's just basically following us, like same speed as us. So we're driving 60. Yeah. It's going the same speed as we are. And we're just driving. It's just going in a straight line. And this probably went on like 10 miles, I'd say. Just same speed. 10 miles.
Just following
this direction. And the road ended up going basically left. As we're going left, well, it's still going. And when we turn right, I don't know if we've ever was able to catch up with it or not. But basically had the light. And it was going, I mean, I doubt drones go 60 miles per hour.
It depends. But
10 miles that far. And it was still going. I don't know how far it went. It has been a few years since that happened. So, but it's just kind of like, what was it? And why would you fly a drone that far? And it's nighttime. Like, so you'd have to have night vision on that thing to really benefit from it.
I'd say if they're going 10 miles, I'd say that thing was a good couple $1,000 drone, if not more.
So, okay.
If it was a drone.
Where this is located, okay, so people could live in a crappy house and have a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're going to spend thousands, this is a whole different topic now. Spending money, okay? Let's say this person would have to spend, at the time, drones were, now you can get them a little bit cheaper. But then, what would it be, like a $4,000 drone?
I'd say, yeah, at least. Or
$4,000 or $5,000 drone. Someone had to pay.
With night vision, with this range, probably a big antenna, et cetera, et cetera. I've never had a drone, so I don't know, but.
All those things would just have to line up.
Perfect. And then for you to be there at the right time, and it follows you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just kind of, it's hard to tell. We'll never know. And that's the thing about theories. It's awesome. That's what it is. Kind of branching out on other stuff. So
I got another story. My grandfather, he goes to the bar every weekend. And he said one night, it was probably a couple years ago, one night it was cloudy, raining. He was coming home on the highway. And he said the sky was dark, it might have been raining. I'm not sure. I wasn't there. He said one part of the sky lit up, like the clouds just lit up, and it just shot across the sky. I think he said it was like orange, red. So it could have been a meteor. It could have been a meteor just coming in the orbit, and just burning up out there. But he said it just lit up the whole sky all the way across until he couldn't see it anymore. So I don't think meteors last that long, but it could have.
How long ago was that?
I'd say a couple years. It could have been when I was a child. I'm not sure. He never told me.
Yeah, quite a few 15 years ago.
Yeah, like there was nothing. He said the whole sky lit up, so that's not a drone for sure.
I guess something to kind of factor in here with some sightings is also the technology. So I know even from when we were kids, technology has changed a lot, especially, like I said, from the 80s, 60s, whatever. But even then, like a lot of the stuff that could, now everyone's got phones. Dude, you can do anything on your phone. You can edit anything, CGI, whatever. Back then, obviously, none of this was a thing. So I guess if people don't realize...
I gotta blow my nose. Sorry, everybody.
Okay, he's blowing his nose. But that's something to kind of factor in with, like, the different lights and this happening. Like, now we're kind of in the year where basically people can do that on their own. Like, I think was it the Hacksmith or something like that? The stuff he creates is from like video games and like he made a real life lightsaber, basically. Not like, what Luke Skywalker had, but it's classified as a lightsaber. So I guess where I'm getting at is we're kind of getting to where people So if it's within the last 5 or so years, or maybe even 10, you can almost recreate some of these. So some of the sightings that have happened could be related to normal people. I
Yeah,
guess.
100%. Yeah.
But then again, kind of with me talking about the location and stuff, you have to have all these things go into place to where you have someone that has the resources to create something like that. And do you think people recreate it just to get people
Views.
riled up?
Yeah, 100%. I'd say people do that all the time. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can't recreate. Like, how are you going to be that high, that big in the sky? You know what I mean? People getting
Sure, Snoop
abducted.
Dogg is.
Oh, I bet Snoop Dogg is. But like, yeah, like some of the stuff you just can't recreate. Like, I don't know if any of you've seen it. I don't know if Blake's seen it. Could just be space junk, but it's not. I don't know what it is. But it's like in the sky. It's like up there with the stars. You could tell it's not in the orbit, and it's just like a star, and it's just going across the sky. It could be a satellite or something. I'm not sure, but you know what I mean. Like it looks like a star. It's up there with the stars. It's going across the sky. Sometimes it'll like move, go this way. Like it's like going a certain direction. You know what I mean? Like one might go this way, the other one might go that way. This one might go that way. Pretty weird. See if I can find any clips online. I'll have Blake put them in the description.
Again, throw me under the bus with that. So kind of going on.
Sorry, I hit you.
So I kind of going off the satellites and stuff. I think I've seen somewhere like governments are like, oh hey, there's an alien sign. Well, they can put it towards it's just a satellite, and there's so many satellites up there anymore. So
Yeah.
it very well could
Satellites that are from who knows what, just not even working anymore, just floating around.
But then again, if someone tells me, hey, that was a satellite, there's no way for me to really verify it.
Yeah, we can't.
You could bust out a telescope, but then
You're not
again,
gonna see it.
Exactly. It's gonna it'd take a long time to be able to actually spot it, see it, whatever. But me, I can't get on my phone. I can't zoom in that far. So it's one of those things where they could tell you couldn't believe it, but then again, you can't even.
You have
couldn't
to
even prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to believe it.
It's just like I could. I don't know. I don't got a really good. What do you call it?
What?
Not conspiracy. Comparison.
Okay, I was like, I go ahead.
I don't have nothing to say.
Blanks.
I'm drawing blanks too.
Okay. Well, okay. So as you were, I don't know what really made me think of it, but this is a stretch. What if animals are aliens?
Cats.
Man. So okay. I have 2 videos on my phone. One, they're from different cats.
You might have to put that. He might have to edit that video.
I may be able to try to put them in. So one of them, this is 4 years ago, I'd say 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I was recording a cat, right? So I'm sitting there filming it. I love cats, by the way. They're awesome. I'm more of a cat person over dogs. Anyways, I was recording the cat. The cat was just sitting there. Soon as like the millisecond I went to zoom on Snapchat, so you can hold it, then you can like press go up, and it'll zoom in. That millisecond, the cat just turned its head completely away from the camera.
Yeah.
I haven't really filmed a whole lot of cats doing that or anything.
No.
Another one, I was filming a different cat.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird the same film. Anyways, the cat was playing on the little cactus scratch toy tree thing. And I was sitting there filming it. As soon as I zoom in, boom.
Turns its head.
Just stops doing exactly what it's doing. That exact millisecond. Just stops exactly what she was doing. She was just having a heyday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scratching. She was scratching. Then, As soon as I did that, millisecond. It wasn't like a second. Yeah.
On the snap.
So.
Food's here.
Yep.
Let him go get that.
Yeah, let me go ahead and keep going.
But yeah, I'd say cats are 100% aliens. Delivery.
Everyone's got video.
That was all the broke people. That was his dad. He brought us Mickey D's, McDicks, or whatever you want to call it. But 100%, I'd say cats are aliens or related to aliens somehow, some way. Like the Egyptians, they built a whole sphinx, and it looks like a cat laying down with a human face.
That is true. Let me make sure the computer's going.
Just put his ass cheeks all in the front of the camera.
So that is. Let me get a little closer to the mic here. That is interesting. You kind of said that about. Man, God, dude, I hate talking about certain stuff because I want to go to the pyramids. That's one of my favorite conspiracies. Is the pyramids. You were talking about the cats. I was about to say something, and it popped in my head. The pyramids built by aliens, dude.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Have you ever looked like all the things that line up to where it's like it is almost not humanly possible to do any of that?
Yeah, but there was giants back then, Blake. Times have changed.
That very well could have been. They could have trained a T-Rex to be able to pick up stuff.
Maybe there were dinosaurs back then.
What?
New theory.
What if cats are aliens and because they were worshipped?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
100%.
So they could have been the people who build these freaking pyramids.
What?
I don't know.
What were
maybe they were
I got confused. My bad.
Maybe they're threatening to probe people if they didn't help build the pyramid.
Yeah, I guess. Do you think that cats have the power? Like they got like powers?
That I can't really tell you. I think it's just such a new theory. I haven't really thought about it. That they could be aliens.
Yeah.
Which I had a theory. Like this is obviously not like something I truly believe. It's just some that kind of a joke theory. That not aliens, god dang it. Animals used to rule the world, and basically they're like, why should we have to work? Let's just have humans do it. And that kind of does feed into them making them build the pyramids. Is that animals, literally, dogs, cats, you pick up their crap, you feed them for free. They ain't like the animals have to work, do nothing. Some of them do work. Shout out to all our
working animals,
hard-working animals, dude. I love those videos. I love watching it. Like there's a dog that goes and fetches the baseball bats of.
Oh yeah,
players.
yeah,
dude, I love that.
Pretty
Anyway.
wholesome. Pretty wholesome.
Yep. So that could, tie into the theory.
They could, like they lost their like culture. Like let's let the humans do everything. Just kind of chill out, stop doing alien stuff.
They got bored at the top.
Yeah, they got bored, and
now really they're really at the top.
They really are.
People buying them trees and stuff. They climb on.
Some of them are homeless, but maybe they're young, wild, and free.
Which then again, evolution for cats. Maybe back then they could talk and everything, and they had the brain power to really talk. And so many years have passed that they just lost it. So maybe they are just normal now.
Yeah,
maybe they used to be aliens.
Yeah, they could have, like maybe a lot of them are like incest. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
A bunch of crossbreeding, you know what I mean? And they just kind of dumbed down.
That could be it. Just like through the years, they kind of just stopped using that part.
Like humans,
or they got a pact to where, hey, we don't talk, we get what we want.
Yeah, there's videos of some of them talking. Are you coming?
It's Wednesday. That's an inside joke. A couple people will get that, but I don't know, dude. That just like I'm almost mind blown now because I had these theories before, but I never really put them all together like that.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. That's what this podcast was for. Opening people's mind.
Their third eye right here.
And something I do want to add. I don't know how soon we'll do it. Probably once we get kind of a little bit more viewers. Maybe even people we know will get on here. But probably once we start getting a little bit farther in, we'll probably do a podcast a week. Now it's kind of every other week. But I want to do kind of a smaller episode to where we have people call in They tell us their theories, and we add to it. And if you guys want to even come back to old ones that we're talking about, hey, I had this theory that adds to your guys' theory.
Yeah.
Maybe we can start solving some of this stuff.
We could. You guys could send us some of your mysteries or conspiracies, not mysteries. I guess they're hand in hand, and we'll figure it out. Like I know there's like a bunch of Reddit mysteries. I know Blake wants to get into like true crime. That'd be kind of
Yeah,
true crime. A bunch of other stuff.
yeah. At first, I'm sure a lot of it will be like the actual theory, which we're always going to be doing theories, but eventually branch out kind of a little bit more fascinating stuff. Which true crime could be kind of the theories, kind of the mindset behind it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just something kind of cool. I mean, I've always been interested and always want to talk about. So I know my girlfriend definitely.
She loves it.
She definitely
I've
want
heard
to talk about it.
I've only met her one time.
So
Lovely lady.
yeah. Anyways, now shout out to her as well.
Shout out.
Yeah. Shout out a lot of people in this episode. I don't know where I was going with that, but I know I just wanted to make that clear. So I don't know if you got a whole lot more you want to discuss about it. I'll let you kind of go for a minute before I do.
Nope. I'm running out of steam over here.
Okay. So, one other thing I want to get into, kind of the whole like government covering it up and everything. So, I haven't been there, but Area 51.
Okay.
Everyone knows about it. Literally, you think of aliens is what you think of.
Immediately.
First off, I'm just going to ask you, do you think there's aliens there?
No, they're smarter than that.
Okay. So you think it's diversion?
Yeah, 100%.
But they say if you want to hide something, you hide it in plain sight.
Yeah, but I'd say that if they're hiding it in plain sight, it's not there because they're just they're real secret about it. I'd say there might be
not sitting out in the yard displayed on this.
Yeah, like I mean, like that's a distraction. Like, hey, I got this place you can't go in, and you're not supposed to get close to, and you can look at it on Google Maps, and it's just like 4 or 5 silos. Who knows how big these silos are? Or not silos, like
hangars.
Yeah, hangars, and who knows how big they are? It's from the sky, but like if it's not under the ground,
which I don't think they're gonna really be able to. Like, yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
On top, but I doubt you're really seeing on top.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So,
I'd say it's not there. I'd say it's somewhere pretty just normal where people are living.
I don't know. Maybe under my house. Anyway,
could be under our house. You never know.
Which I think I want to say Area 54 is a thing. I think people have talked about they were there before. It like Area 52 or Area 52. I think they got something similar.
They have different areas.
I think so.
What's Area 1?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think I heard that somewhere to where that maybe where they are at, or it may just be a term someone used. Anyways,
they're in the ocean.
But what I was saying, like, I'm pretty sure right down the road they literally got like a gift shop and everything. That's like, hey, aliens, everything. So
yeah.
You think the government just does that for a cover up, or and like if they did, why do you think they'd allow so many people to like talk about it?
I'd say if there are aliens, I'd say there might not be from outer space. Like maybe the government is genetically mutating humans.
That could be.
And then for outer space. I just came up with that. Like
that could be.
Like trying to make humans live in outer space, so they're messing with these newborn babies and test tubes to make them more susceptible to outer space climate.
I got a few more theories in my head from that.
Go ahead.
So maybe they're trying to mutate because they know like a normal person can't go, and we don't have the resources on Earth to do it. So, which they, once you get all the chemical stuff going, and maybe they're pulling some stuff from outer space to, mutate someone to survive, and that may be part of the reason I've never been able to make contact or go to a different Earth because we don't have the exact same resources as they do on their planet. So that's why maybe this stuff is like their grass to where, hey, we got a whole dealership of UFOs. Go to any planet you want.
Yeah.
And maybe while they're able to come here,
They could, yeah.
which I'm sure that's, I guess, obvious.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Part of my brain is just kind of thinking about all these different things.
Yeah, I got a
And-
lot of stuff going
and-
through my head at once.
Kind of the nervous
Yeah.
stuff still. So it kind of all over the place.
Bigfoot. He's an alien. That's why we can't find him.
He does have a UFO according to our logo.
Yeah, our boy James back at work. Not to dox him or nothing like that. I guess there's a lot of Jameses out there. He said maybe Bigfoot's an interdimensional being. You know, maybe that's what aliens are. They're not really in this plane of existence.
Oh, like an alternate universe.
Yeah.
And they just happen to find
Like
like
they
a
can
way to connect.
They can
each
jump
other.
through. Like Bigfoot might be over there, you know, on that Earth. There might be a bunch of them, but he can like a Rick and Morty portal.
Yeah, that, or it's kind of like Stranger Things. There's a upside down, and it's like there's just a tear in between both universes. That's why some of these alien things do exist. Maybe they're just trying to go back home.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
E.T.
You know?
Go home.
Yeah, you know, they're scared. This is a different world. They can see that, so they're just standing in the sky, outer space. You know, come through a wormhole on accident, get sucked into a black hole. Now they're stuck here and they can't get back. So they eventually just kind of go off into space trying to find a way back home. They die up there or something. Or they could live forever. And some of them could find Earth, try to come down here to, you know, figure out how to get back home. And we just kind of end up killing them.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe get their resources. So maybe our scientists are trying to gather that so we can create our own to go somewhere else. Or they're
Reverse
maybe
engineer.
trying to learn it because they kill the aliens, so they can't really learn it.
Yeah.
Or they're just not talking. Well, they probably don't speak the same language. But man, this is honestly really blowing my mind. And something else is, hang on, my chair. There we go. Okay. I know I keep going back, kind of, just talking about the performance of the podcast, kind of stuff coming up. But in the beginning, I just want to, make everything clear. We will probably do part 2s of episodes. They may be an hour, or they may only be like 15 minutes or something, but I think we'll probably do part 2s. So this is definitely one, because there's some stuff I just thought about that I didn't get to, but I want to almost look into them a little bit more, kind of get a better case going. I do have a little bit here, so I think we'll definitely have to do a part 2, and who knows how soon it'll come out.
Without a doubt. We might record a second here. I know Blake doesn't know nothing about it. We might record in a little bit another episode just in case, and we might go into like Reddit mysteries and conspiracies like that. I know that I got one in my head. I was listening to a podcast. I think it's Scary Stories to Help You Fall Asleep, and it's like true Reddit stories. And it's about like a vampire or a demon in California. So we might have to go into something like that, do some research.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, definitely. There's gonna be a lot. I know there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, especially talking about some stuff goes into something else.
Yeah, I need to do a little bit more research. You know, a lot of time I'm just hopping in here and coming. This is off the dome. All this is off the dome. You know, Lake has a couple notes, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, which I didn't even really get into them. Some of them I kind of added through, but aliens. I mean, it's kind of a
no brainer. You can just
it's more to me. It's not really like people seeing them. It's to me. I want to understand them. I think to really know if there's aliens, you need to understand them.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Like how they got here. Are they here? What goes through their head? What goes through the government's head when they either debunk or confirm?
debone.
So, but still going. But I guess we'll probably go ahead and call it quits there. For that.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, maybe Facebook. It'll be in the show notes or link or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram. It's Conspiracy Geeks. just how it's spelled on whatever you're watching, listening to it on.
It should be
Let's double check.
CONSPIRAGEEKS. Because I ain't gonna lie, I can't even spell it.
Yep. It's CONSPIRAGEEKS.
And if you, I know I can't even spell it.
No,
Like,
yeah.
to me, I'll spell conspiracy. Erase the.
We're kind of
CY.
slow.
People make mistakes, man. So just in case if someone doesn't know, and there could be other ways to spell it as well. But people screw up. People aren't perfect.
Aliens are.
But we'll end it there, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Conspiracy Geeks podcast. Stay tuned for the following episode on, I don't know what date it'll be, but 2 weeks from this episode on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Everything else.
Yep.
We love you. Mwah.